Hello, my name is Kevin and this is the Love Decanters channel. So today I'm going to talk about the Whitefriars 2481 pattern, also known as the M74. And this has been a wild trip of discovery for me, and nobody can say I don't do any original research in this. So because I've been looking in the books and trying to figure things out, and they don't quite add up. And yeah, so but before I go too far, this is an M2481 decanter. So yeah, so this decanter first appears in the catalogues in 1938, and it's running right through to 1961. But in 1942, a variation came out called the M74, and that ran through to 1961. But also in 1961 there was another variation called the C2481. I don't have one of those, and it's the C stands for cut, so it's a cut version of this decanter. And then also then in the catalogue something called the 2481 Apollo appears. And yeah, and that's only in the catalogues for a year, and then it vanishes. So this is a kind of like basic design that's been flogged to death on and off by variations and stuff going on with it. And yeah, and so I have some 2481s, I have some M74s, and I have some 2481 Apollo. So I will run you through all those. I will also first show you the references that I have. I'll show you what's in the Museum of London book and in the Leslie Jackson book, and also show you some of the catalogue bits and pieces that I've had to sort of like weave my way through the catalogues to try and figure out when it appears, when it disappears, etc., etc. So so yeah, so those dates. So what I will do actually is I'll put those dates in the description below, so rather than me just blab them out and then disappear forever. So at least if someone wants to go and check those dates, they're written down. I probably need to, now that I've done this, I probably need to update my website as well and include this info on the stuff that I've got. So with that said, I'll get on and show you the references. So the first thing I'm showing you here is the Leslie Jackson Whitefriars book. Yeah, it doesn't have a decanter, it just has the jug and the glasses for M74. And it says revised version of the 2481. And then it says 1949 to 1960 catalogues. It's actually to 61 because I've checked. And sapphire and sea green, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that's all you've got. No decanters. There's no actual 2481. And there is a difference, and I'll show you the difference between the M74 and the 2481 as well. Okay, so here we go. So I'm looking here at the Whitefriars Museum of London book, and you can see here, here's the decanter. This is the 2481. There's no M74 in this book that I could find. The jug, but it's also got coolers, finger bowls, ice plate, and the glasses. If you notice the difference between this and the M74, the glasses have stems. If I go, I want to show you something on a couple of pages up, because look, it's got rinsers here, and that's quite interesting because this is something that was used in the Georgian era. And then if I go over, let me see if I can find this bit that I was looking at a second ago. Sorry, I should have just cut here. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, look at this. This looks like the 2481, but all cut Regency style. So this is a straight. These are straightforward. Apart from that one, straightforward copies of late Georgian Regency decanters. This is very Regency in form. So yeah, and then they have a rinser with it, which is very interesting. So it's like a modern tape because obviously the shape is like an old shape. Old Georgian cylinder decanter, but then they've just completely smoothed it out and yeah, given a modern take on it. So I'm showing you the 1949 catalogue, which is the first time the M74 service appears. You've already seen the 1938 2481 catalogue entry, so I'm not going to show you that was in the Museum of London book. I'm not going to show you that again. You can see the difference here is that the M74 has these molded ribs in it, and the glasses don't have any stems, and also the jug doesn't have a little rim on it there, right just by the foot. So this is the 1961 catalogue, and as you can see it's got the C2481, which is exactly the same as the 2481, apart from it's got these panels cut in it. These are very late Georgian style panels. So yeah, and there you go, there's the full range all laid out nicely. These are not very common, I haven't seen them. And here we are with the 1970 catalogue with the 2481 Apollo. It's very similar to the 2481. I would say really the only thing that looks different is this stopper looks more domed. I have one of these, so I can show you that difference, but everything else looks very similar to the 2481, where it doesn't have any ribs, the glasses have stems. So yeah, so we'll now move on and have a look at the glass that you're probably getting so excited about. So this is all of the 2481 that I have. I have a decanter and a glass. Give you a good look at it. There is no pontil mark. Got that little rim there, and yeah, I wouldn't say it's fantastically high lead quantity in it, but yeah, and the decanter's got a nice pontil. You can see it's got very smooth sides, and yeah, I would say the M74 stuff is more common, even though it wasn't made for as long. It was made during the war. I think it was utility approved. The only change was that they added moulding it and they got rid of the stem. So but getting rid of the stem off the glass means that this is made in 3 parts. So if you've just got 2 parts, you've got a bowl and a foot. You don't need a stem. Thank you very much. Yeah, just makes it a bit quicker, a bit less glass. So here we go. We've got a couple of M24 decanters. They have ribs in them. So if I do this, you can see the rib effect. So I'm banging them together and don't want to destroy anything. Also, the stoppers. It's not so clear on this one, but this one you can see it very clearly. You can see there's a little bit of wibbliness on this one, but it's got this what's known as an oversewn effect on, and this is really a copy of something that you'd see on the feet of some Georgian glasses. This oversewn effect, and also, let me just grab something off the shelf. It might also be emulating stoppers like, where can I grab myself? Oh, here's one. Let me just get this one here. Sorry, grabbing something off the shelf. Get it back into, look, you see? So it might be that it's copying this style here. Although you can see this is a real Georgian one. It's really thin, different for, the base is different, the way it's cut. A little bit of the ribbings appeared in the natural, and baffling there. I have seen some copies of these kinds of decanters as well. Just copying this shape. But if you look at this, the stoppers are like engineering, but the copies are not as good quality. This cylinder here for the peg is like engineering. It fits so nicely and tightly. So yeah, that's how you can tell if it's the real thing. Obviously it's Whitefriars, of course it's good quality. So just for the fun of it, I've brought in so this is a 2481, this is a 2481 Apollo, and this is a M74. What you'll know about the 2481 Apollo is it too is got rib moulding. Look at that, and even the stopper has that kind of effect. So in a way, it's a bit closer to the M74. I don't know why they named it like that, but then when you look at these stoppers, this is what's very different about them. Look at their shape. This is more round, as it is in the catalogue. It's rounder, a bit less Georgian looking. I think the pegs, is the peg bigger? Slightly, but it's definitely a chunkier stopper than the M74. If I just pull this one out as well, yeah, you can see chunkier than that one too. But yeah, and the other thing I alluded to earlier is that catalogues don't tell you everything. So the 1970 catalogue with the 2481 Apollo in it said flint only, and yeah, this is clearly not flint. This is twilight, I think this colour's called. So yeah, it also comes in twilight. I only have that Apollo glass. So I'm showing you the M74 jug and glasses. I'll grab the amber one here, golden amber. No pointle mark on the glass, and you can see it's got the ribbing like the decanters, but no foot. The jug does have a pointle. Can you see it there? Yeah, these are very nice. I particularly like the goblets for the M24, the golden amber ones, because this is that back with the high lead content, the was over, and yeah, seems to have a refractive sweet spot. All of the ones that I have really shine back at you, so that's not just something from the picture, it's really doing that more so than the jug. And yeah, this is doing it a little bit, you can see it, but not to the same extent as this is. Also, yeah, what I will also do is I'll pull back this M2481 glass and just show you a comparison. So the bowl, because these are theoretically the same size glass, the bowl is very close in shape and size. I think, yeah. Look at that, fantastic. Just stem, no stem, yeah. So I thought I'd show you that, and I think that's the end with the glass that I have. I don't have any C2481 ones with the cut panels on. So I was winding up my editing, and I thought, yeah, I was talking about it being shaped like a Regency decanter earlier. And I just pulled this one off my shelf here. So this is a real Regency decanter. Obviously the stoppers come in different forms. A lot more of them are shaped like this, maybe a bit thinner sometimes, but yeah, and you saw the one that was in the book. So this is the real thing. So this isn't a copy at all, but yeah, this is called a pillar molded one. This is actually cut, these pillars. They give a nice shimmery effect, so this is not molded glass at all. Yeah, so this is a real quality piece, and you can feel it's just got a completely different heft and look to it than the sort of like 1930s, I would say pastiche. That's cruel, but probably right, of what it was looking to be like. So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, for me, that when you see something like this with all this chopping and changing and stopping and starting again, what interests me is what is the commercial thinking behind that? So they do a design, does it work, does it not? We fiddle with it, we decide, oh, we're going to end it, and then suddenly they go, oh, we'll bring it back and give it a go. And obviously, it only appeared in the 1970 catalogue, so they must have went, bring it back, give it a go, and it doesn't really go. And the Apollo ones, yeah, I've seen them occasionally, but they're much rarer than the others, I think. Even though they're newer, so it does show that they probably brought it back, didn't sell. So as I said, I will put the timelines I've discovered in the description below, as well as the books and the links and everything. And anything else? No, I think that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and please remember to like and subscribe. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.